Last year witnessed some important positive developments for children affected by armed conflict. Two verdicts passed by the ICC and the Special Court for Sierra Leone this year against the Congolese warlord Thomas Lobanga and former Liberian President Charles Taylor, respectively, set important international jurisprudence on the war crimes of recruiting and using children. In Lobanga's case, it also made a significant contribution to the development of the right to reparation in international law. These two verdicts send a clear signal to commanders that child recruitment is a war crime and perpetrator will be held accountable. These cases influence and may alter the behavior, decision, and orders of parties to conflict. Indeed, the possibility of appearing before the ICC is increasingly serving as a deterrent against child recruitment in places where armed conflict is occurring. Reparations can provide more immediate accountability for children and enable reconciliation within communities, and through them the experiences of a significantly larger number of victims and the loss and harm from a wider range of violations, including sexual violence, may be addressed. International justice cannot replace, but rather complement national accountability mechanisms, specifically where national authorities are unable or unwilling to bring alleged perpetrators to justice. The challenge in conflict-affected developing countries is not always lack of will, but often one of capacity. In many contexts, children join armed forces or groups due to a lack of options. Conflict-affected countries continue to lag behind in the realization of the Millennium Development Goals, including on education, health, and child mortality. Poverty often also means a lack of access to education and other basic services, and therefore the possibility of any other form of social mobility does not often exist. These factors lead many young people to see mobilization as their only opportunity to provide for themselves and their families. Initiatives to combat poverty and to provide children and youth with alternatives through quality education, both formal and informal, and national programs for job creation and income generation for young people should be top priorities in national prevention strategies.
Are at imminent risk of execution, and this despite